every year is celebrated as Black History Month. It's an annual celebration to honor all the contributions and accomplishments of African Americans over the years. President Gerald Ford officially recognized Black History Month in 1976. And since then, every American president has designated February as Black History Month and endorsed a specific theme each year. So the Black History Month theme for 2022 is Black Health and Wellness. So why celebrate Black History Month? I read this beautiful poem by Jalissa Brown dedicated to Black History Month, which sums it all up. I'm the poet Angela Davis wrote for. I'm the rebel Harriet Tubman ran for. I'm the fight of Marcus Garvey. I'm a soldier for Malcolm X. I hold the torch of Joseph Corbin. I'm the entrepreneur of Madam Walker. I sit in the seat of Rosa Parks. I am the dream of MLK. I am who I am today because of my ancestors who fought, who built, who persevered, who faced hardships, who led battles, who won wars. I have the ability to be great today because they did not give up. Black History Month to me is a reminder of everything I can and will be. This powerful poem that sums up the significance of celebrating Black History Month. Even after all these years, Dr. King's dream of equality is still far from being a reality. So this is a chance not only to honor the triumphs and the struggles of African Americans, but also to pause and reflect on the inclusion and equality in our own lives. A time to open the door to conversations about racial justice and civil rights. Today, to talk to us about the significance of Black History Month, I have a very special guest joining me, Miss Vivian Birchall. She's a fearless local leader with an inspiring journey who has been working to bring the community together and stand up for things that matter. She is the production and outreach coordinator for Acton TV, who has been creating a lot of great content and shows about many pressing issues of today. She has worked in several local and global organizations, and she's currently running for state representative. Please welcome Miss Vivian Birchall. Hi, Miss Vivian. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Hi, Abhijay. I'm excited to be here today. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. And first of all, thank you so much for joining me today to share your story and your thoughts on the significance of Black History Month.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you for hosting me. This is such an honor. You do amazing. I love all your videos and your outreach, your philanthropy, helping communities. You are a darling. I'm just humbled by you.
Thank you. So, Miss Vivian, can you start with taking us through your journey from a small place in Uganda all the way to the United States?
So, my life in Uganda, I was born and raised in southwestern Uganda. It's a very hilly place, which kind of made me feel at home when I got here because the windy roads and hilly, they all look so familiar. And that's where, I was born, and I went to high school in southwestern Uganda. And I moved before I worked my way to work with government there. And then when I transitioned to the US, I moved to Hawaii, where I lived for 5 years. And then I moved to this place that I now call home, where I have lived since, yeah.
Wow, and it was a story of courage and determination. And I can only imagine those challenges you might have faced along the way. And I'm sure that made you even more stronger. And I know you proudly carry the African culture forward with you. and have also done many shows on African heritage, raising awareness. So, what does Black history really mean to you, and the significance of celebrating this month of February as Black History Month?
So thanks for this lovely question. Black history to me is a celebration of diversity, celebration of the African people, celebration of culture, but also it's a reminder of the sad part of the history, and just getting to understand that sad part and making a promise and a commitment to make sure we don't repeat the mistakes of the past. So, but for the most part, I look at, you mentioned the resilience, the determination. This is what the very first Black people in this country did. They had to endure a lot, but they paved way for people like me. And that is why I'm here today in the United States, and I'm running for office. So it's a celebration.
Yes, very true. And it's a wonderful way to honor all the contributions and accomplishments of African Americans to the society over the years. But it's equally important it is to reflect on the current state, and we need the actions to be taken. So every year there's a theme for Black History Month, and this year the theme is Black Health and Wellness. So how does this year's theme resonate with you, and why do you think it's really critical right now?
Fantastic question. When we started, when the pandemic hit, I'm just beginning with the most recent events. It was a reminder of how our healthcare system affects the Black people the most, because the Black people died in larger numbers. And also during this pandemic is when I realized myself that even if I live in such a rich town, that some of the healthcare people here in this town did not realize that certain Black people do not have the same symptoms as lighter people. And this is a reminder of our healthcare system, that it needs to be improved so that it can treat each and every one, regardless of their skin color, in ways that we get fine. And in addition to that, it's a reminder that we need to make healthcare accessible to everyone, those who have money and those who do not have money. And hopefully, people can realize that healthcare is a right. And if we don't have the right healthcare, then people are going to lose their lives. And we only have one life, and we want to protect each and everyone's life. And of course, in addition, Black history, we know that the contributions of many different, Black people in enhancing science. So we need to acknowledge that and celebrate that, but also remember to give everyone access to healthcare.
Well said. And it's really hard to hear that life-saving critical medical needs are out of reach for many. And people having different experiences based on the color of their skin is not at all okay. And really celebrating Black history shouldn't just be an acknowledgement of the past, but a commitment to the future. And as kids, we read about Black History Month at school and do some presentations and posters. That's all great, because awareness is the first step toward action. But what do you think we all can do more to celebrate Black History Month and raise awareness for taking actions?
Oh, thanks for yet another fantastic question. I think what you're doing is amazing. I would say continue doing that, but also as you learn some of the history, you learn some of the history. I think it's great to teach your younger siblings, if you have any younger siblings,
I do have
in a language that they will understand you, and also make some games and plays around that history so that it's more fun to learn. For example, if you have a drama team, a team that loves to act, and you like to write, for example, come up with scripts about it and make drama about it so that it's more engaging and fun, and also an education process. And you who does, these videos, this is a very important thing that you're doing, because it's raising awareness through your platform. So yeah, and another, just whenever you can, if your parents can let you just visit the museums to learn about Black history, that would be amazing. If you can just look at maybe organizations that work with Black children, you can volunteer with them. So they're exciting things. And also, actually, most importantly, get a friend who is Black if you've never had a Black friend, or get to know a child who is Black, and make them friends.
Yeah, I have a couple of friends from last year, this year.
Excellent. That's a starting point. Thank you.
Yes, awareness is the first step. And with that awareness, we all need to stand up for what is right and speak up when we see something not right. So as we celebrate Black History Month, and you as a leader in the community, advocating for racial justice, bringing the community together, and you're also running for the state representative. So what do you think are current day challenges? And what really inspired you to enter into the public service?
Oh, again, great question. There's some, first of all, when we talk about some of the challenges that still exist, they go beyond, some of them are specific to Black people, because as you've probably read through history, it is hard for Black people to be heard. And we've made some progress, but more work needs to be done. So I'm very happy that you have a Black friend. You can pay attention to some of, just get to learn about them, their culture, their way of life. That is a great way of making them feel welcome. So making everyone feel welcome, it goes beyond just the Black people, but the immigrant community. I am a first generation immigrant, possibly like some of your family. So it is important to make immigrants feel welcome. And as I run this is one of the things that I want to continue advancing as a state representative, so that we make the lives of immigrants easy, so that immigrants can be just treated like human beings, given the opportunities, because we are all chasing this American dream with amazing kids like you, and we want children of immigrants to thrive. And so I will do whatever I can to make sure that you and children like you thrive, but also to work for every child in our education system, regardless of whether they're immigrants or not, so that they can thrive at school through the good curriculum, through making sure that they're healthy, making sure that there is funding for your schools for all classes that you want to take, and you have enough teachers. So this is another area. And of course, we have to protect our environment. So I am running to make sure that we can protect our environment in ways that everyone can understand, everyone can contribute, so that whether you're wealthy or not, you can still play a part in preserving our environment and fighting climate change. So, yeah.
Exactly. Be the change you want to see in the world. And your experiences so far in your journey and your fresh perspectives will surely help you reach your goals. So, if you have the power to change one thing to make this world a better place, what would that be, and why?
Well, interesting question. If I had the power, I would create world peace, because everybody deserves, to live in peace and harmony. I think that is something that we are still struggling with as a world. And if I had the power, I would do that.
That's perfect and definitely impactful. And if I had a magic wand and I could change one thing, abracadabra, I would make no one in the world have to sleep with an empty stomach ever again. No more hunger in that world.
That is very noble. First of all, I am so humbled when you said that you would use a magic word to save people who are hungry. Guess what, Abhijay? When I was young, I used to go some days hungry because we didn't have enough money. And so I know what that means. And I am so humbled that fighting food insecurity is something that you love and care about. I would be happy to work with you to find ways that we can fight that in our community, because it is something dear to my heart. And yeah.
So, one last question. What is your message to all the next generation of dreamers watching this show? And what do you want them to take forward as another Black History Month coming to an end?
Wow. To all dreamers, your dream is valid. Hold on to your dream. Never be afraid to do what your heart wants to do and what your power, your energy can let you do, because you are as good as anybody else. All it takes is to take that first step. And I use that same perspective to just run for this race to be as the next state representative. I'm a first generation immigrant. There's so many things that, people might say that maybe I'm not from here. Maybe I don't, but I just came in with a leap of faith, and because with a dream. And to all the young people, never let your dream die. Keep it burning, keep it shining, keep going forward.
Very well said. And in Dr. King's words, time is always right to do what is right. Everyone has to take an active role to help in their own little way. And as I said before, celebrating Black history is not just reflecting on the past, but a commitment to the future. To be Black or brown is okay. To be different is okay. And in fact, it should be celebrated because that's what makes us all unique. Thank you for sharing your inspiring story, and with leaders like you standing up and speaking up for things that matter, you'll surely motivate more people to come together to bring a positive change. Your story and your journey is an inspiration to all those little boys and girls who think there is no way out because they don't have the opportunities. Because success really means having the courage, the determination, and the will to become the person you believe you are meant to be. And Black History Month, and I thank you for sharing your inspiring story once again and your perspectives on the importance of Black History Month. And thank you so much for joining me on my show today.
It's been such an honor, and thank you, of course, for hosting me to talk about Black history. It's you identifying this at a young age gives us hope, gives me hope for the future. Your generation appreciates this diversity and the contributions of everyone and dignity of everyone. So thank you for being awesome. And I look forward to working with you in the future, to having these engagements with you, and to cheering you on as the next generation, leaders. I am proud of you, and I'm proud of your parents. I'm proud of our community of all, I'm just excited. Thank you so much, and happy Black History Month.